Yo, 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 yo. What is up, everybody? And we are back with another episode of TFTC Sports, Week 5 of the 2024-2025 NFL season.
Okay.
Now, last week, there wasn't really too many upsets. The fact that the Minnesota Vikings were underdog, which to me, it was a free bet. You know what I'm saying? So if you nuked that, you came up.
True.
But there are some teams that I have to go in on. But without further ado, I am your host, Real Good Doty, next to my co-host.
It's your boy, Kodak Coughlin, man. My Eagles, they on a bye week, so you already know what that means. Time for me to switch up my teams. You already know who I'm with today, man. Let's go, CJ. We got the Texans, but I got my other Coles with me today.
Chico Grande, Shooter McGavin, baby. And yes, all y'all haters finally won. The Steelers finally have a loss on their record. And it's because y'all hate it so much. We'll be back.
So, yeah.
I prayed on it. I put it on my vision board.
I'm going to pray that your team falls off the vision board.
But before we get started, I tell y'all each and every week, go to the App Store and download the app Prize Picks and type in promo code PRAWWPQJ4. Prize Picks will match your first deposit. And the cool thing about Prize Picks is they do have discounted stats, especially on Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. So instead of getting the normal stats you would get, you get them discounted. So this week,
what we got?
the Taco Tuesday is going to be already down by the time you post it. But I got Derrick Henry going over 88 yards.
Over 88?
Ooh.
Over 88 yards going against the Cincinnati Bengals.
I can see that happening.
And then I also like Kirk Cousins to have over 32 and a half
on the Bucks
or 31 and a half passing attempts.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be sweaty,
Just attempts.
but that's just a two-man power that I got. Y'all can either nuke it, something light.
Yes.
But go to the App Store, Prize Picks. Also, we got UFC 307 main event, Khalil Roundtree versus Alex Pereira. I personally think Pereira is gonna finish him. So if you want to go ahead and mix it a little bit, Prize Picks, you can pretty much bet on any sport you want. So we got UFC this weekend, we got WNBA, Call of Duty, whatever you want, we got it.
Oh, Seth loves the WNBA. They've been hooking you up on Prize Picks, right, Seth?
Yeah, man, they really respect my coin, right?
Of course.
Coin sellers. But we need to talk about someone else selling coin. We got big NFL update.
Yes.
What we got?
Christian McCaffrey's not doing well. It looks like he has tendinitis.
Ooh, that's not good.
Let me see here. Kyle Shanahan said that the plan is to start ramping him up and having him do more stuff physically on Monday. So he went on injured reserve after a week 1 game, so he has to sit out. I'm going to have to take off my shoes and count at least next week. Yeah, next week is last week. That would be the 4th game. So, it's something that he could play through. Sorry, I'm looking around the camera. But let's see what's going to happen there. But also in this place, Jordan Mason has done a good job.
He has.
And, been killing it on the third downs. Maybe not as good without McCaffrey, but they're still getting it done in the red zone. But
yes.
I don't know, this tendinitis in both Achilles, that's your legs. That's how you move. That's how you run.
It's just unfortunate because McCaffrey, to me, is like the best back when healthy. Last year he was healthy.
Yes.
You saw what he did with the San Francisco 49ers, especially in the postseason and in the Super Bowl as well. And it's just unfortunate because my boy Daryl said McCaffrey's going to get hurt. I'm like, nah, man. Nah, McCaffrey's finally back. And what happened? He got hurt.
Injury prone.
And it's crazy because I wanted to draft him in my
fantasy,
which I found out I was playing in 16-team leagues. But anyways, I had the second pick, and I was praying that I was going to get McCaffrey, but I got sniped.
True.
But I ended up getting Tyreek Hill, and look how that's worked out for me.
True, and also, looking at McCaffrey, I already knew after he had that amazing season last year where he ran for 1,400 yards. I already knew the next season he wasn't finna play because that was a lot of wear and tear on your body. I remember back in the day with Ricky Williams, they used to run Ricky Williams like that. But Christian McCaffrey, I mean, he ain't built like that. He ain't gonna come back the next season because he already showed it in the Panthers. When he was with the Panthers in 2018 and 19, he ran for 1,000, and he ran for 1,300 next year. But then the next year after that, 2022, he ran for 224 yards. The next year 400, then next year 300, then 700. Now he finally hit 1,000.
And that's the thing about guys like Christian McCaffrey, because they're dual threat running backs. They can not only run, but they can also catch passes out of the backfield. And those are the kind of guys you want to have as your running back. And McCaffrey can single-handedly take games over.
Yeah, do you think the 49ers are going to bounce back with him being looks like, you know, it looks like they're announcing that he could be back, but it still looks like he's still pretty injured.
Here's the thing. The 49ers
he might be out a lot longer than they think.
Not bad to cut you off, Shooter. Go ahead.
You're good.
The thing about the 49ers is they're so good because of their coaching.
Mm-hmm.
Like Kyle Shanahan can get you to the Super Bowl, but he can't win you the Super Bowl.
True.
So that's the thing about the 49ers is, you know, they have really good coaching and they have the next man up mentality.
Mm-hmm.
But ultimately, I just don't see them winning a Super Bowl without Christian McCaffrey.
What? For real?
But, I mean, you never know. But,
No.
I mean,
Jordan Mason is balling. I mean, you look at
Jordan Mason is good. He's doing his thing. But like I said, we got to see in the postseason. We still got a lot of football left. You never know. McCaffrey could come back. We got to see. But as of right now, I mean, the 49ers, I mean, like I said, I mean, and also they beat a bad Patriots team.
They did.
That's like a free win.
Right. But we got to see what the 49ers do against,
but they healthy now. They're getting
against
healthy.
The Vikings, or if they play the Eagles, see what they do with the healthy Eagles team. Even the Commanders.
Oh my
give
God.
them a run for their money.
Embarrassing.
Yeah. They're not the Commandos anymore, man. They're the Commanders.
They get their name. They can put some respect on them. But I mean, with McCaffrey,
they're going Commando right now, dog. They be doing teams dirty.
I just feel like you can't be a running back like him, taking all these carries and wanting to run people over, because he's not like a LaDainian Tomlinson back in the day where he's trying to juke and move around. He's trying to run you over.
Man, and basically none of these running backs, the modern day running backs, are really built to last.
Yeah.
They're like all flashes in the pan where they'll have like 3 good years and then.
Kamara's good.
The GMs, they don't want to pay nobody. They don't want to pay no running
also,
backs.
we have
They're
to
too
look
injury
at
prone.
We have to look at the usage as well as how many these running backs like
getting too many carries.
Josh Jacobs got like 30 carries in week 2.
Mm-hmm.
Derrick Henry's been, I mean, he's still doing this thing, but we'll see what how long he lasts.
24, 25 carries this past game.
Right now he's on fire, but we're gonna see what he's gonna do. In the postseason, it's gonna be interesting. But we're gonna go ahead and get on to the next slide.
Yeah, we're gonna go over to power rankings. Here's the updated power rankings. After week 4, going into week 5, and then we got a bonus here.
Mm-hmm.
Adams did request a trade. We got some teams right there that he could possibly go to. Where do y'all think he's gonna go? And any comments about the power rankings?
I can tell you, he's not going to the Cowboys.
Why not?
Because they got CeeDee Lamb, and already if CeeDee Lamb's getting frustrated with Dak, then what makes you think that Davante Adams isn't going to get frustrated with Dak?
Davante needs to come to the Steelers, baby.
The Packers, I mean, I feel like he's already been there, done that.
Yep. Different quarterback,
now, the thing about if he goes to the Green Bay, I mean, the Raiders need to have Jordan Reed in that trade, and Romeo Doubs, and at least a 3rd-round pick.
I can see that.
You know what I mean? Because the Raiders don't want Christian Watson. He's injured again.
Mm-hmm.
Jaden Reed's the guy with the most upside. And he's proven to be a number 1.
I can see that. I mean, I really want him to go to the Steelers because the Steelers really need a wide receiver.
Yeah, but
I don't
think it's going to work because of Justin Fields. I just think he might get
great.
frustrated. I mean, it could.
This is the only place
I think you got to throw at Pickens. You got to get rid of Pickens, Gavin. You got to get rid of him. I mean,
he cost us the game last week.
And he cost me some coin too. That turnover he did. That turnover he did was icing on the cake, psychologically for the Steelers.
If he goes to Buffalo, he'll win.
The thing about Josh Allen is that he doesn't want to have a receiver with a big personality. Now, Davante Adams doesn't necessarily have a big personality, but you know how the whole Stephon Diggs, how he felt like he needed to constantly get him the ball. I feel like that might be another thing with having Davante Adams, that he's going to feel like he really needs to get the ball all the time, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, because if Josh Allen really look at it and be like, well, even though Diggs always wanted the ball. I mean, I was at my best with Diggs.
True.
So the Bills can win games, but they're not going to be able to win the game without that receiver, in my opinion.
They need a number one
because
receiver.
especially the way they underutilized Dalton Kincaid. And, I mean, Coleman hasn't seemed to be doing. I mean, he's just not seemed to be it right now.
Yeah,
and then
I don't see him.
Shakur guy, no disrespect, but he's not the guy.
Well,
He's like a number 2, man. They're trying to make him number 1. He's not a number 1.
And the
Jets, conflict of interest. I don't see it working out because here's the thing. You got Garrett Wilson. He wants to be the guy. Lazard, I mean,
but whatever with chemistry.
Him. Yeah, but Aaron Rodgers
is old.
Yeah, probably only going to be playing 3 more years. Devontae Adams is going to be getting older. Not to mention that division's going to be getting better because Buffalo's going to get better. The Dolphins are going to get better. Patriots are going to stink for a while.
So what you see him in Denver? I don't see Denver up here, but Denver could be an option.
I think the best option.
I want that to happen, but
he could go to Pittsburgh, either Pittsburgh or KC.
I seen Patriots. I seen somebody mention the Patriots.
He would hate the Patriots.
What with Gerard Mayo?
Or
it's a new Patriots. Not Bill Belichick. It's Gerard Mayo. Patriots.
Nah, we don't need him. Giants don't need him.
But let me take us off screen so we can take a look at the power rankings. Any surprising moves here? The Steelers dropped 1 spot because they barely lost.
The Bills
the
at
game
5. I don't think the Bills should be at 5.
What should it be at?
No, they dropped.
Because for one,
they dropped 3 spots.
I'm just disappointed in the Bills. I mean, that was just a pathetic performance. I mean, you got to play better. I mean, I understand that they're the underdog, but you have to be more competitive than that, especially on prime time. Sure. And to me, it just seemed like the Bills.
Texans not slide
and it
down.
seems like the Bills have just played to their level of competition, just like the Texans.
True. And
I don't think they've played good enough to be safe.
I think the 49ers should be ahead of the Bills.
Let's see who else.
I think the 49ers could beat the Bills right now.
The Panthers are ahead of the Giants. That's crazy. I wouldn't have thought that would happen. I thought the Giants was at least a little better than. I mean, they got Dalton. Dalton is balling out.
They got the Redskins at 9.
What about it?
Yeah, the Commanders should be ahead. The Commanders can beat the Bills.
I think
why are the Eagles not at like 23?
Because we good. We got injuries. They buying us out because of injuries. But
the Eagles are a good team, man. It's just
the Cardinals. I think the Cardinals are better than the Broncos. I could say that. I think the Cardinals are way better than the Colts. I think a lot of teams are better than the Colts. I don't know how did the Colts move up 3. That's what I want to know.
Gavin, I don't need Joe Flacco doing that to y'all.
Man, we weren't prepared for a quarterback to be throwing that game. Well, Richardson can't throw, so that's what we were kind of prepared to stop. And then you get Flacco in there, who's a dimer, and we were all messed up.
That was their Super Bowl win, dude.
Then the Bears move up 4 spots. That's wild.
And then turnovers, and then you know what? They didn't call a single holding call on Watt the whole game. I mean, as far as the the O-line holding him. He was getting held the whole game.
Steelers still should have won that game, dude.
But Watt's been killing it. He's been getting like a sack a game, and even if he doesn't get a sack, he gets penalties. And they were just like horse collaring him and tackling him, and it was no calls. So, I mean, the refs have been hating the Steelers all year. Even the games when they won, they should have scored more points, but it was always some random call that gets a touchdown call back or a big play call back. And then in this past game, it was really no different. So I don't know what's up with the refs hating on the Steelers, but it's been pretty biased in the games that I've seen that the other team always gets the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, I watched this game, and I still think the Steelers should have won. And then
they should have won regardless.
Saints at 12. I think the Seahawks should be ahead of the Saints for sure. And the Packers.
Yeah, I agree with that.
The Saints should be ahead. What?
The Saints?
Yeah, the Saints should be ahead of the Packers. I think the Saints should be ahead of the Saints.
Yeah.
I think the Saints are better than the Seahawks.
I think the Vikings are better than the Ravens.
The Bengals should be at like 25.
I mean, T. Higgins just came
back.
Seahawks
should be at least.
They just lost.
It doesn't matter. It should be at 10.
They still play good.
It should be at 10 at least.
I guess.
It's like the Ravens. They hadn't even won a game, but we're moving up in the rankings earlier.
They 2-2.
I think the Seahawks could possibly beat the Commanders.
Yeah, I got that.
You think who?
Seahawks beat Commanders.
I hope so.
Yeah, I think that's how it goes. But speaking of big game picks, we got to get into It's here. You've been asking for it.
What
they want the logo of the big game picks. Here is our records right now. We got Jesse J in number 1 with his big game picks at 24 and 13. I am right on your tails, little Jesse, at 23 and 14. That's Shooter McGavin at number 2. And Seth, Mr. I got all the money pick. Seth, Mr. Prize pick himself.
Team's been selling, bro. They've been selling.
What happened? Why have they been selling on you at 16 and 21? We still got plenty of time in the year to turn it around. Who knows? You might end up at number 1, Seth. But why do you think teams have been selling on you so much?
I don't know, but I'm done betting on games, though. Like, I'll bet player props, but I'm just done, like, betting money on games. It's just, I've lost too much.
It's only Chick-fil-A sandwiches and smoothies
bro,
from here
I
on.
would have won, like, $400 if y'all would have came through for me, Gavin.
Oh, my God. Steelers?
Yes.
No, I'm sorry. But speaking of bets and not coming through for you, we got to go on our bets when we're betting each other on head-to-head matchups on what's going on. Jesse has been clearing the field at 6-1 in his one-on-one bets. I'm currently at 4-2. And Seth, you're looking like the Ravens at the beginning of the season, 0-7.
But they're not 0-7.
No, I mean, like, that's how they started the season.
I got you.
But you're going to have a chance to bounce back. We'll see what games you maybe want to bet on.
I'm not betting on the Thursday night game.
What?
Oh, well, we will see.
That's too risky.
But let us know, who is your pick? Are you going with Team Jesse, Team Gavin, or
I'm gonna
Team
come
Seth?
back. I'm going to come back.
It's a long season. We're going to see, man. Hopefully.
Are y'all ready to get into the big game picks?
Ready.
Maybe
Which
make
we're
a
going to
big
start
game
off
bet?
with Thursday night football.
Ooh.
The Atlanta Falcons going against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, a good NFC South. Both teams are coming off wins.
In Atlanta?
Now, the Atlanta Falcons are home.
Favored by a point and a half?
By a point and a half, going against the Bucs. I know Mike Evans was a limited participant, but I expect him to play. Tampa, their running situation is really weird right now because Rashad White is supposed to be the guy, but then Bucky Irving been balling. Mike Evans finally got involved, did his thing. Chris Godwin's been really, really doing well. Now, the Bucs should win this game, but I don't know, man. I mean,
it's a close one. It's hard, man. It's hard.
I'm not betting on this game.
I'm
not betting on this game.
It's real hard, man. I
bet on this game.
I feel like the Bucs are gonna win, but then at the same time, I mean,
it's a toss-up.
It's a toss-up.
I'm going Baker. I'm picking the Bucs.
You think the Bucs
This
win?
is not a bet game for me, but I'm picking the Bucs. It's not a noon game. Kirk Cousins only plays good at noon games.
The Bucs do play better on the road, less pressure. I'm gonna go with the Bucs.
Ooh, I mean, I think I'm gonna have to go with the Falcons just because of the simple fact that the run defense for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is trash. They rank number 22 in the run. I mean, last week, Bijan Robinson,
and then against the Broncos too, they did.
He was 7 for 28. It was bad, 0 touchdowns. But this game, he gonna make up for it.
Bijan Robinson?
Yeah, Bijan Robinson gonna make up for it because
the way
Saquon,
got a good run defense.
That's a lie. They
That's
ranked
Saquon Barkley,
22.
Though. That's Saquon
They're
Barkley.
the same build. It's the same build, same speed. He's gonna run through them just like he ran through them. Just like I told you, Saquon Barkley's gonna get them yaks. And he's just the build. He's the same build as Derrick Henry. So he's gonna run straight through.
They're
gonna run straight through him. I mean, looking at the Buccaneers in the past two games, they gave him 249 rushing yards in the past 2 games. So I don't know how they got a good defense. But then at the same time with the Falcons, what's going on with Kyle Pitts? They need to trade Kyle Pitts because they're not utilizing him at all. He got 0 yards. The game before that, he had 2 catches for 59 yards. I just don't know. Yeah, they need to trade him, do something with him. But that game against the Saints, I really don't. That was luck. That was 4 field goals. That's the only reason why they won. I looked at it. I don't think Kirk Cousins threw a touchdown. It was defense. They got the muff punt. They had the pick. Then they had the field goals. So it's gonna be a tough one, but since y'all going Bucks, I'm gonna go Falcons just to be different. I'm going ATL Falcons. I mean, Dirty Birds. Right now they 2-2.
Oh man, I don't know. Well, the Bucks did just lose to the Broncos.
I mean, yeah, the Bucks did.
But the Broncos just beat the Jets.
But that was like 10-9. Does that really count? I guess a win's a win.
But they're almost like the Steelers, where the Steelers were playing well, undefeated, and then they overlooked a bad team and didn't really show up. I feel like that's what happened to the Steelers, and then it was a little too late. And then with the
Well, the Colts to
turnover-
me are just a home team. They're a team that just plays good at home. That's just what they are.
Yeah.
True.
On the road, they blow.
I'm gonna stick with the Bucks. I'm
Yeah.
gonna stick with the Bucks.
So we got Bucks. I'm going ATL. You know, let's go ATL Falcons. Kirko Chains. I believe in you. But moving on, we have the
London
Jets,
game,
Jets,
the
Jets.
9:30 Sunday game in London versus the New York Jets coming off a loss, coming off a win and being undefeated Minnesota Vikings. Now, these games, international games, are weird
facts.
because time change and
Early morning.
early morning.
Vikings are only favored by
actually,
2.5.
it's going to be later in the evening when they're playing.
Yeah, it's gonna be
over there.
Oh,
But
later.
8:30
Okay.
a.m.
Yeah. So
Fine.
they have to get adjusted to time change. Depends on what
I'm not gonna-
what day, what team came in. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Some
I can
teams
tell
don't
you,
come
I'm
in
not
until,
watching
like,
this game.
Friday.
I will be asleep.
True.
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch. I'll watch this game a little bit.
Vikings are winning it easy. Rodgers looks frustrated. I
Sure.
never believed in Rodgers.
I mean, yeah, Rodgers.
Never believed in the Jets.
I mean, the way that the defense is playing for the Minnesota Vikings is scary. In the last game, the Jets got sacked. Aaron Rodgers got sacked at least 5 times
was
when he
running
played
for
against the
his
Broncos.
life.
He was running for his life. And so he just came from injury and he old. So I mean, I feel like
and he's having to travel far, which
Yeah.
old people always, have a
True.
hard time traveling sometimes.
Exactly, and
Go with the Vikings.
then right now the Jets are ranked 20th in the run game. I mean, the way Aaron Jones is playing, 22 touches for 93 yards in the last game. Aaron Jones. Where Aaron Jones played against the Packers, 22 touches for 93 yards. I can see that happening again. I mean,
So you picking Vikings?
I'm going Vikings. I'm definitely going Vikings this game. I just see it. The way the defense playing, I'm a believer. Sam made me a believer. I'm sorry. I think they're gonna end this week with being the only undefeated team left. Don't say I said it too early. Kansas City Chiefs is losing this week to the Saints, but I got Vikings going 5-0. But who you got? You said
Yeah, everyone's going Vikings.
Vikings.
Pretty
Okay.
unanimous.
everybody's going Vikings. Y'all comment down below who do y'all got winning in this game. But moving on here, we got the
Baltimore
Ravens going against the Cincinnati Bengals. Now the Cincinnati Bengals are coming off a win. They're 1-3. Jeez, that's nasty. Going against the Baltimore Ravens 2-2. I'm gonna go with the Ravens in this game.
Yeah, I mean,
This is just one of those games. Ravens play better on the road. Give me Ravens.
Well, the Ravens' defense has still been doing good, even though
Yes.
their offense
Bengals
has kind of
choke
had
at
up
home.
and downs.
but I mean the same.
Henry's been finally found his flow running the ball.
Yes.
And, Bengals just, they look like they're struggling. I mean, they barely making it by. I don't believe in them at all.
True. I mean, but
I really don't.
I mean, but at the same time, I mean,
Joe Burrows is done.
But at the same time, I mean, Joe Burrow is done. Joe Burrow's been balling. He's not the reason why they losing. It's the defense.
Yeah,
It's
that's
that
true.
limp wrist.
It's the T. Higgins just came back. This is gonna be game number 3. He's back.
They need to trade Higgins, man, if they're losing.
They got Jamar Chase is balling out. I mean, right now everything on the deep.
He had an
everything on
okay game. He had 85 yards and a touchdown.
Who?
I'm surprised the Ravens are only favored.
That's what he's always getting a touchdown every game.
Yeah,
Every
but
game
he used to
gets
be
a touchdown.
getting like $120, $130, and like 2 touchdowns.
True.
Hey, the Ravens are only favored by 3.
Exactly, because
I
the
find
defense
that-
because the defense for the Ravens, pass defense is ranked 29. Everything for the Ravens.
I'm gonna
is good
go
with
with the
pass
Ravens.
defense.
Gavin,
Only
here's
thing
the
the Bengals
reason,
have is
Jay.
wide receivers.
Here's the reason, Jay. The Bengals tend to crap the bed at home, if you've noticed. Remember week 1
crap
against the
bed.
Patriots? The Bengals just for some reason they crap the bed at home.
True. And on top of that, the Bengals do have issues stopping the run.
They
because,
don't win big games. Like, it's weird. Like,
And they played against the Panthers. Took them all the way to 20. It was 24-34. I mean, the Panthers took them all the way there. They couldn't stop the Panthers running back. He was 18 for 104.
I feel like
I
the
think Derrick
Ravens
Henry
are-
might run all through him.
give me
He's
the
fine.
Ravens on the money line and the spread.
Hey, I will bet the Bengals if you give me 10. Anyone want to
No.
give me Bengals plus 10?
No.
Bengals plus 7. Any takers?
Plus 7?
Oh Lord. Plus 7, he said?
No, man. No.
Y'all both look
Straight
plus
up or not?
7?
Straight up or not?
No.
Okay.
So we're all going Ravens.
Yeah, man, we all going Ravens this game, man. Right now, the Ravens is 2-2. Bengals is 1-3. They just smashed the Bills. I see Derrick Henry have another 100-yard game. But moving on here, man, we got the next game here, man. We have my Coles' team.
The Giants.
Giants going against the Seahawks. I'm actually gonna be in the process
It's gonna be a good game.
taking my daughter back, so I'm gonna be.
You gonna miss this?
I'll watch the first half and then I'll listen to it while I'm driving her, dropping her off. So I'll listen to it in the car. But I got the Seahawks money line. I love my Giants, but let's be realistic now. I mean, if they win, they win, but
True. I mean,
I'm not betting on it.
I mean, this game, I feel like the Seahawks is gonna win because the Seahawks are only good when they face trash quarterbacks. They
Daniel Jones, I see you.
They did good yesterday.
What? Jared Goff?
They played competitive. I mean, the defense.
But they still lost. They lost. It was 42-29.
They still put 29 points on the board.
Still lost by 40. Still lost 42.
Let me see the score.
That's
It
because
was
of
42-29. 42.
And there was a couple penalties.
And it was
that
a real quarterback, like I said, and it's not the Patriots and the Giants and the Patriots and the Dolphins. Like with their trash quarterback. So like I said, Jared Goff is a real quarterback. They play a real quarterback.
Yeah,
they can't win. But I mean, but with
I expect the Seahawks to win this game easily.
I expect the Seahawks to win this game easily. I mean,
this might be a trap game though, where the Seahawks think it's a cakewalk and then they don't show up.
Hell no.
I mean, hey,
he's like the Giants will find a way
Giants,
to lose.
man, but Malik Neighbors has a concussion.
Oh yeah.
I expect him to play, or he could be.
So we all going Seahawks.
Yeah. I mean, unless it gets sacks.
Yes.
I mean, unless the Giants can pull off a game like they did against the Browns, where they had 8 sacks against their quarterback, that's the only way they're gonna win. Because I mean, the way Geno Smith playing, they number one in passing, and the way Kenneth Walker's balling out 12 for 80 yards and 3 touchdowns. Yeah, it's gonna be a real tough one for him.
Who? Kenneth Walker?
What? Kenneth Walker's balling?
Yeah, but talking about the Giants, tough for the Giants.
Oh no, it's gonna be tough for the Giants. The whole thing with Geno Smith, even though I feel like Geno's throwing empty.
I think that the Giants are gonna throw the ball a lot in this game.
They should.
They're gonna have no choice but to, because they ain't gonna be able to run. I told y'all Singletary's not the guy.
He's trash.
So whenever it comes pass attempt for Daniel Jones, if it's less than 35, nuke that.
Nuke it.
Giants are definitely gonna pass the ball this game.
Yeah, the Giants are definitely going to pass the ball again. They'll have no.
The Giants receivers are going to have to step up, but the Giants are going to have to try to run the ball first, and if they can't do it, then they're going to have to throw it.
Going to have to find they have to do something with Devin Singletary. Has to.
Told you, man, he sucks.
What he had? We had 14
He's not
for
the
24
guy,
yards.
dude. He's not the guy. I told y'all.
He's not a starting back. He's not the number one back. He's like number
He's
two.
a number 2 back. He's a
number
goal
2
line
back.
number 2 back or a check down
He's
guy.
a left out back.
That's what he is. We're going to go ahead with the next matchup.
Moving on.
Oh, yeah.
What do you got for us, Seth?
So today,
Yes.
for winners and losers,
Seth by the numbers.
I'm going to go with my first loser,
What we have?
and I'm going to go with the Buffalo Bills. I mean, just pathetic.
Facts.
I mean, a primetime game on the road, and you shit the bed.
Shit all over.
You lose 35-10. The run game was non-existent. I mean, James Cook is a lot better than how he played, and if he's not running the ball, throw some screens, do something.
True.
You literally, I can't run. We can't run the football, so we're not even going to go ahead and utilize James Cook. I mean, Dalton Kincaid needs to get more looks. He had an okay game, but he needs to get more looks. Coleman, the rookie receiver, I mean, non-existent. I mean, what Coleman had he had 3 catches for 51 yards. I mean, he was averaging 17 yards per catch, but I mean, still, he only got 4 targets.
True.
You got to target him more. Shakur, 5 targets, averaging 15 yards per catch.
True.
So they were getting a lot of yardage, but they just weren't being utilized enough. And I understand that you're playing from behind.
Yep.
But I mean, I personally think the Bills is that team that can beat up on teams that aren't very good. But then when it comes to the good teams so far, they struggled. I mean, if you look at week 1, they should have lost to the Cardinals.
Yes.
And then week 2, who did they play in week 2? Let me see. So week 2,
Who they play week 2?
let me see.
Who are we
Pull up
looking
the
for?
schedule. So week 1, they played the Cardinals. Okay, week 2, they beat the hell out of the Dolphins, but I mean, Tua had a concussion.
Yep.
Okay. Week 3, They beat the heck out of the Jags. Jags ain't nothing. But then week 4,
Lost
when
to
it
the Ravens.
really, really, really mattered for them to really earn some respect, they crapped the bed. So even though Josh Allen had a 73.3 QBR, he needs to get a number 1 receiver.
You need definitely.
And I think that, he has the mindset like, oh, we don't need Diggs to win. Well, you can beat bad teams with the receivers that you got, but in order to beat those good teams, no.
You're not bringing the good teams.
My other loser is the Miami Dolphins.
Oh, my God. What's with the
Miami
Dolphins?
Dolphins losing 31-12. I mean, just
Dolphins
a chalk
trash.
game script. I mean, McDaniels just call him Mr. Chalk.
Mr.
Hundley,
Chalk it up.
not even 100 yards.
Trash.
2 sacks. QBR of 73, surprisingly, though. But, I mean, he just played pathetic. I mean, the way that they're utilizing Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle is criminal. I mean, Tyreek Hill had 7 targets, 4 catches for 23 yards. You kidding me? Like, he's one of the reasons why I lost my fantasy league.
We don't have a starting quarterback. You got to at least get him some
Yeah,
slack.
but I mean, still, man, this is what happens with teams that put too much stock in the franchise quarterback.
True.
You gotta have a backup guy because injuries happen,
Especially with Tua.
especially
Tua.
a guy that has concussion history.
Should never
And-
get
You
him.
got a bad brain.
Yeah, Miami's gonna have to do something. I mean, they have to. I mean, I'm not saying tank, but they got to be thinking like, well, look, got a bunch of star power around us. Why don't we just ride this out? Suck.
We gotta
But
tank so we
they
get
paid Tua. That's the thing.
We got to tank so we can get Shador.
Yeah. My winners, I'm gonna have to go with the Denver Broncos.
Okay.
I mean, back-to-back wins against teams that they shouldn't have won. But the defense is doing really, really well. I mean, it's the anchor to that. It's the glue to that team.
True.
Bo Nix, I know he
Trash.
didn't have a great
I hate that
QBR,
kid. He's
69. They
like
still did their
35
thing.
rookie, 35-year-old rookie.
Ran the ball a little bit better. What's his name? Javonte Williams was averaging almost 5 yards a carry. Okay, their running game's gotten a little bit better. Cortland Sutton was averaging 20 yards per catch. But it just seems like, Bo Nix is just, he's a game manager.
But that's the kind of coach. I mean, that's the kind of quarterback that is it Mike Shannon?
Sean Payton.
Sean Payton. That's the kind of coach that Sean Payton wants. He wants a quarterback that he can control. That's why he didn't like Russ. That's why he didn't want Russ.
Yeah, he didn't like Russ because I just felt like their personalities just didn't mesh. And he just already knew that Russ was already past his prime.
Disrespect.
Yeah.
What other winners you got for this week? Is the Minnesota Vikings a winner?
Yes, Minnesota Vikings, I'm going to have to go with the winner.
Let's go.
Sam Darnold,
Ballin'.
Jordan Addison, ballin'. I had that Sam Darnold and Jordan Addison stack on Prize Picks, by the way.
Ooh. Make sure y'all sign up for
Your
Prize
boy-
Picks.
I mean, not Prize Picks. Prize Picks too, but also DraftKings as well.
Ooh,
But
okay.
yeah, I mean, Sam Darnold, man. I mean, if he keeps playing the way that he's playing, you got to give him Comeback Player of the Year.
Fact.
I mean, Sam Darnold was what, like a third-string quarterback not too long ago?
For the 49ers?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was for
Yeah.
the 49ers last year. Third string quarterback for the 49ers.
I think he's a second string.
And
But yeah, just the
look at
way
him
Sam
now.
Darnold's playing is just balling. I think Vikings might have their franchise quarterback, but the fact is Kevin O'Connell is a really good coach.
Yes, he
But
is.
yeah, those are my winners. Oh yeah, and last but not least, Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry set the tone of that game.
Yes,
Won
he
too
did.
much.
I gotta give it to him, man.
He did ball out. Like they said, man. If Lamar starts trying to throw the ball more than 25 times, they're gonna win. Pass the ball to Henry. That's why you got Henry. That's why we paid him the big money. Now you see the past few games he
Who's
getting.
we?
You know what I mean? That's what the Ravens got
Making sure, bro.
Henry. That's what the Ravens got Henry because the past 2 games he's had over 20 carries, and every time he had over 20 carries, the Ravens have. That's the reason why they won the game. So I mean that's a real good thing. I like Derrick Henry for the Ravens. I mean hopefully this does pushes them over.
Lamar Jackson's gonna get jealous and start throwing the ball more.
He-
And then he's gonna lose.
I mean,
I can see
they got
that.
Zay Flowers.
Pull a Russell like he did on to Marshawn.
Yeah.
I'm taking this.
We don't need to run the ball.
Fumble. Then he jump at the ball like Cam
Throw a
Newton did
pick.
in the Super Bowl. Then we never forgave Cam Newton again. But but that's all we got for the winners and losers
Yep.
of the week.
Yes.
And now we have it, Seth by the numbers. The winners and losers of the week, man. I can't wait till next week to know what juicy details we finna find out. But it's time to go back to the games. First game up, we got the Washington Commanders 3-1 versus the 1-3 Browns. Now, I mean, this one, Commanders, the way the rookie quarterback is playing, he got my vote. I think he rookie of the year. I gotta say he's rookie of the year.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
By default, he's the quarterback. You got to give it to him. But
Who else is next? Caleb Williams?
league neighbors. But I
okay.
mean, they're gonna give it. They're gonna give it to a
quarterback,
Dude,
of course. Politics.
Yeah.
You know how it is.
Politicking.
But
And plus, a quarterback is way more important than a receiver. So I like Jaden Daniels, man. I got to,
True. I mean, I like Jaden Daniels, but I mean, this game coming up. I mean, the way the Commanders are playing, they rank number 3 in a run, but and 2 of in the pass. But the defense passing and running 22 and 23. So I mean, the Browns. I mean, they do got a chance, even though Ford needs to get traded, needs to get released because he ain't doing nothing for the Browns. He can't do anything. But I mean,
Chubb's also been practicing.
You said what?
I think Chubb will come back next week.
You think so?
Chubbs, yeah.
Hopefully. I mean, because that's what they need. Because I mean, the line is getting a little bit better. They played the Giants. The Giants got the quarterback 8 times. They just played the Raiders. The Raiders only sacked the quarterback 3 times.
And they almost came back.
Almost came back. The game was 16-20. So I mean, the game was 16-20. So I mean, it can go either way. I mean, I really don't think the Browns are as bad as I say they are, but at some point, I mean, if they keep losing the game, they finna have to tank. But if you tank, why would you finna have to tank for O-line? That's kind of stupid. Like, why would you tank for somebody in the O-line? That's what you need.
Who do you think, Gavin?
We're going with Commanders.
Oh, I thought you were going Browns.
Commanders.
Nah, I mean, I said it. I convinced you that good.
I'm just kidding.
Nah, man. Commanders even worse, man. They 29th in the pass,
You need to
26
stop
in the
picking
run.
the same teams.
Oh man, we are picking this. I mean, it's all the same.
Well, we didn't because you chose the Falcons. We just didn't bet on that game.
Yeah, that's the only one.
Oh man, we gonna change it up, man. We gonna rock it up. But moving on here, man. We got the next game. We have the.
Now this gets spicy.
Ooh. We have
Buffalo Bills
yes.
coming off a loss. Houston Texans.
coming off a loss.
Well, they won, but the thing about the Texans is they play down to the level of competition.
Facts.
Play down to the Colts, but
Facts.
it's a divisional game.
Yeah, the games they
The
won,
Bears-
they barely won, and
the
they've
Ba-
been against
The
bad
Bears,
teams.
if Caleb Williams
Mm-hmm.
was on that day, the Texans probably might have lost that game because
True.
the Bears defense did everything that they could to put them in position
Mm-hmm.
to win, but Caleb Williams couldn't get it done, but they won.
True. And on top of that, I mean, I
And
feel.
the Texans barely beat the Jaguars.
Yeah, and on top of that, the run game for the Texans still hasn't shown up yet. Cam Akers,
Well, because Joe Mixon's hurt. That's why.
but Cam Akers should be doing something.
Yeah, but
He ain't doing
Mixon's
nothing.
He ain't
the guy.
making up for it
He
yet.
ain't doing nothing at all. I mean, right now, the pass defense for the Buffalo Bills is ranked number 6, and the run defense is ranked number 30. But you ain't got no run game. So
I think the Bills could win this game because it just lines up for them to win because I feel like
I mean, I don't
back to back,
know. You the
Josh
back-to-back losses
Allen,
gonna happen?
but then again, I can't bet on either team. This
I'm
game
picking
could
the
go either
Bills.
or.
Josh Allen's
Ooh.
gonna win it. The Texans have barely beaten the teams that they've done, and a lot of them
I
have been
want the
bad
Texans
teams.
because I like the Texans.
I don't think the Texans are
I'm
proven
from
yet.
Texas.
'Cause I'm
But
from
then
Texas.
again, Gavin, the Bills could screw you too.
True.
Josh Allen is your favorite coin seller.
True. And I mean,
I'm gonna go with the Texans, bro, because I don't like the Bills receivers.
yeah, I don't like the Bills.
I like Dalton Kincaid, but they don't get him the ball enough.
Oh, I'm going with the Bills on this one.
I'm gonna go with the Texans. I'm just not gonna.
Oh, y'all betting?
What about you?
I'm not betting
co-host?
on. I'm not betting on.
What are we betting?
I'm good. We can go whatever you want.
Margarita.
Margaritas. Who you got?
I got the Bills.
I'll bet you on the Steelers and Cowboys.
We can
Though.
bet on that
Oh,
one.
we'll
He got
talk when we get there.
He got the
Well,
Bills.
actually, I don't like the Cowboys, Gavin. I want y'all to win.
I got the Texans. I just feel like Nico and Stefan, they just
So both y'all picking the Texans?
yeah.
Okay.
I feel like Nico.
I'll bet lunch.
On what, this one right here? On this game?
What do you want?
What other games? What other big games?
Steelers.
Next game we got Green. We
Yeah,
got
Packers, Rams, Cowboys, Steelers, Saints, Chiefs. You gonna bet on any of those?
I got the Chiefs.
Okay, we'll get it out. That's like 3 games away.
All right.
All
So
right.
hold on, let me write down this Texans.
So
one.
All right, I got Texans, Gavin. I bet you lunch.
yep. So Texans, Bills. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it may be different.
This is weird though, dude, because I feel like
What? I mean, the Bills couldn't convert. They showed
but
me
that's the
last.
thing about the Bills, though, bro.
They
could
live
show
and
up
die by
win.
Josh Allen.
They could show up though, because if Cook is on, bro.
So we're betting a margarita,
was-
me and Jesse, and
Yeah.
Seth. We're betting a
Cook-
lunch.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Texans though.
Yeah, Cook is on. I mean, he was 9 for 39.
Yes, sir.
But I mean,
Let's go Bills.
They was 3 for 13 on third down conversions, and like my coach told me, you can't win if you're not converting on third down.
No.
So I mean, that's the one
I
of the
told
reasons
y'all
why they
guys, if
lost.
the Giants quit playing in the NFL, I'd go with the Texans as my team.
That could be your backup team.
Yeah, it could. It could.
All
mess
right,
with the Texans.
Jesse has like 3 backup teams.
I gotta look. Man, listen, man.
I mean, if the
Hey,
Giants.
look, you're wearing your Texas shirt.
Representing over here, but hey, man, that's who we picking for this game. But moving on, man, we have the next game here. We have the Green Bay Packers versus the Rams. Right now, what the Packers are.
The Packers.
You have the Packers?
Yeah.
I mean, the Packers just
There's
came.
no way they're losing this game.
The Packers just came off of a loss versus the Vikings, 31-29. But at the same time, the Rams just lost to the
They came
Bears.
back too.
The Rams lost to the Bears, 24-18. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
but the Rams are all injured though.
Packers are favored by 3.
I got Packers in this game.
I'm going with the G-Man.
Ooh, I think I'm going with the Rams. I mean, because I feel like
Have fun with that.
if they can get Kyron Williams, basically get the running game started, so they can open up the pass game.
Lost to the Bears, bro.
I mean, people lose. It happens all the time. It happens all the time. I mean, but at the same time, Jordan Love threw 3 picks last game.
He'll be
so
all
you
right.
think that's gonna happen again?
No.
He ate though, even though he threw 3
And-
picks, he ate.
And
I should have started him, dog, over Geno Smith.
and then on top of that, Josh Jacobs, he not doing nothing. In the past 2 games, he had
a
what, 98 yards?
a rookie running back they got, but the Packers they're gonna throw the ball more.
You think so?
I think he should bounce back this game because Swift ate against the Rams. The Rams' run defense isn't good, so I expect Josh Jacobs to have a bounce back game. He should. If not, fantasy owners panic.
No.
Consider trading him if he doesn't have a good match. If he didn't have a good game.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, if they can't get to the quarter, I mean, they only got to the Vikings quarterback 2 times that game, but they got 8 to get to the quarterback 8 times against Tennessee
Packers are
Titans.
winning this game, buddy.
Nah, man, I'm going. We can bet. You want to bet on this one?
Yes, we bet lunch.
Bet lunch on this one. I'm going Los Angeles Rams, man. I don't see them losing this game right now. They're 1-3. They 1-3. I don't see them being 1-4. If Jordan Love loses game, everybody's gonna say, he just came off an injury. He's still getting this rust off. So, I mean, I feel like I can go that. And on top of that, the pass defense for the Packers is 24th, and the run is number 11. So it can go either. It can go either way. But moving on here, that's what we pick. Wait, who'd you pick?
You got
Packers.
G-Man. We both got Packers.
Packers.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Moving on here, we got the next game here, man. We got my co-host's team.
Sunday
Steelers.
night.
Ooh.
Versus the Cowgirls.
I want the Steelers to win. I'm gonna go.
I feel like the Steelers are going to bounce back. I feel like that they came
Give me
out
the Steelers in this game.
they came out slow against the Colts, and then they tried to pick it up, and it was just a little too late. A couple of penalties, the fumble. You can't have that. Pickens hasn't really been playing. He played okay. He had 113 yards on 7 receptions. Freiermuth is finally getting involved. He's doing good.
Now, do you start him over Dalton Kincaid, Gavin? Be honest.
Huh?
Do you start Freiermuth over Dalton Kincaid? Be honest.
I think so. I think he's in rhythm, and he's going to continue to do well. But the rushing has been killing me, man. Najee only had 19 yards on 13 carries. That's really unacceptable. 1.5 yard per carry. Patterson, who's the third stringer, because Warren's still kind of slow, he had 43 yards on only 6 carries, and then he got hurt. So I don't know if he's even going to play. So Najee Harris was even getting so mad with himself that he was getting into arguments with reporters. and be like, it's not just Justin Fields. I'm out there too. And it's like, no, you're not out there. You're averaging 1.5 yards a carry. Might as well not be out there. Najee's problem is when he gets the ball, he wants to come up to the line, and instead of making a move and cut, he wants or just hitting the hole hard. He wants to like look what's going on and then cut. And he just gets caught in the hole every time. He's not quick enough to go there, make a split-second decision to cut. He just needs to hit the hole and hit the hole hard where it's supposed to be. And Patterson's doing that, and he's killing it, even though he's a veteran. And, Najee's he's not looking good this season, to be honest.
True.
I really hope Warren gets back, and I think Warren-Patterson combination would be good, and Najee would be the odd man out.
True, man. I mean, but with me, I want to go Cowboys, but at the same time, the Steelers have been injuring up. These last 2 games, they've been taking out the quarterbacks. They took out the Jaguars quarterback. They took out the Colts quarterback. So, I mean, I just don't know. I mean, and with this whole concussion protocol, how they just pulling players out left and right just because they feel like the player is basically concussed, just to protect them. I mean, it's messing up a lot of games, man. So messing up definitely a lot of games.
What do you think about the Cowboys, though? They've kind of bounced back a little bit, but they barely beat the Giants, who aren't a good team.
True.
Do you think that they'll show up, or are they going to be again? Because their defense has been terrible.
Yeah, right now their defense is 27th in the run, 20th in the pass. I mean, they only got to the quarterback. They only got to the dimes one time. I think one or no times the past 2 games. They only got 1 sack in the past 2 games. So, I mean, they're not really doing anything. I feel like if they can get to the quarterback.
a couple of our O-line guys got hurt, so they're questionable. So, yeah, if our O-line is compromised, we might have a tough game.
True.
But what's his name? What's the number 1 pass rusher for Dallas?
Michael Parsons.
Parsons. He's injured as well.
Concussion protocol?
I'm trying.
He's hurt, so is Lawrence.
So,
doubtful
ankle.
Yeah, he is doubtful.
Give me Steelers in.
And I mean, I'm gonna have to go. I'm going Cowboys. CD Lamb and Jake Ferguson.
Crazy.
I mean, and Jalen. I mean, they balling out. First off, I mean, if it comes to a shootout, Justin Fields is not winning a shootout. I still stick to what I gotta say. He finally passed 24 points. He finally passed 20 points. He 24, but he's not gonna be a shootout.
Yeah, if they actually
with that.
called a holding call on the Colts instead of letting them just wrestle TJ to the ground every play, we should have done a lot better. And I think that whatever the refs have against TJ, they need to stop it because he needs to get his sacks.
True, but I mean, and then on top of that,
are you picking the Cowboys?
I'm picking the Cowboys.
You want to bet on
I'm
that?
going with the Steelers.
You want to bet on that, Coach?
Yeah,
wait. What are we
Jay,
doing?
you just donated.
Canes? You want to do Canes?
Do Canes. I'm going Cowboys, man. I just feel like Justin Fields you can't have Justin Fields being your number 1 rusher on the team. I mean, you got Najee. Najee can't do anything, so Justin trying to run and do everything he need to do. Yeah, he not throwing any picks, but he fumbling. I think last game he fumbled twice. So, I mean, it can go either way. I feel like the Cowboys, this is a bounce back game. They played the Giants. They barely won that game. That's embarrassing. So I really feel like this game right here, they should at least win by, I want to say 10 points.
You think the Cowboys going to win by that much?
But I'm not. We not going points. We only going straight up. Straight up Cowboys. Straight up to the boys, man.
I hope the boys turn into the Cowgirls
Man.
Sell your coin.
Oh, please don't. But moving on, that was the Cowboys Steelers. The next and final, game we have is the 4-0 Kansas City Chiefs versus the 2-2 Saints. Now the Saints just came off of a loss against the Falcons, and the Chiefs just beat the Chargers 17-10. I mean, that game could have went either way. But how do y'all feel about this matchup? Do you think the Saints have a chance?
No.
What?
Saints have no shot.
Are you serious?
No. Have we not seen that the Kansas City has played mediocre basically these 4 games, and whether they deserve it or not, the officiating pretty much makes it where the Chiefs win. Mm-hmm. I mean, the Chiefs could easily be 1-3 if it wasn't for officiating. And Kelsey's been playing like butt cheeks.
Hold on. He did good last game. He had 89 yards.
And a pick.
Yeah, he did okay, but it just overall he hasn't been that great.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Rashid Rice went down, so we're going to see what happens.
Patrick Mahomes just threw a pick in every. He's actually thrown 6 picks already, and it's only week week 5?
Yeah, that's
and
what
he
I'm
only threw
saying.
14
like,
picks
but
last season, so he's about to throw the most picks he's ever thrown in his
even
whole
though
career.
I just slandered the Chiefs, the point I was trying to prove is they've been making a lot of mistakes. Players that have been usually playing good have been playing mediocre or bad, but they're still winning these games. And honestly, I don't know what y'all seen, but the discussion I've seen on Instagram is that it's pretty unanimous that people feel like that the officials are really helping the Chiefs. Like,
I can see that.
You know, like, oh, maybe it's a 3rd and long and they need this drive to go down and tie the game. Well, there's a phantom pass interference. And even the guys that are commentating are like, we don't know who they called that on. Like, that was just like a random call.
True.
And you see that happen again and again with the Chiefs. I don't like the Chiefs, but it looks like that they're almost like the Patriots when Tom Brady was playing, where they always get the benefit of the doubt from the officiating.
I can see that, but I feel like this is finally a time where they finna lose. Just because, I mean, I'm looking at the past games they played. Yeah, they 4-0, but
on this one too?
we can bet lunch on this one too. I already said.
Wait, who'd you got, Seth?
You got Chiefs.
Chiefs.
I just feel like the Chiefs. If you look at the past 4 games they played, they never score in the first quarter. But if you remember the game against the Cowboys, the Saints went crazy. The Saints went crazy on the Cowboys, and every time they score 7 to 10 points, the Saints don't need a long time to score, but the Kansas City Chiefs do. So, I mean, that's one thing I got to say. I mean,
What'd y'all bet?
Yeah, bet lunch. And I feel like, I mean, the only thing that the Kansas City Chiefs have is Xavier Worthy. I mean, if you shut down Xavier Worthy in the deep ball, they really don't have anything, because the defense for the Saints is looking pretty decent, even though they barely got any sacks against Kirk Cousins. But as long as they get sacks on Pat, I feel like this would be a good game. It may be a close one, but I feel like the Saints got this one. They gonna shock the world right here, man. They gonna shock the world.
Shock the world. That was our big game picks.
Woo, woo.
Let's check the rest out of the Week 5 slate. Is there any comments on any of the games we didn't cover?
What did we
I'm going to go with the Broncos over Raiders.
Wait, hold on. Let's see. Oh, yeah, Broncos. Yeah,
I got
Broncos,
Jags
Raiders.
over, well, I don't even want to think
I got
about
Panthers over the Chicago Bears.
No, I got Bears over Panthers. I mean,
I got Panthers over Bears.
I got Panthers over Bears. The next one, Patriots, Dolphins.
Give me the Fins.
I got Patriots. Patriots winning that game. Let me see. Jaguars, Colts.
We didn't talk Raiders, Broncos, did we?
Nah, we almost there. Jaguars, Colts. Who you got? Jaguars, Colts.
Jags.
Got Jags?
Get us a revenge win.
Oh yeah. Okay. Get a revenge win. Jags winning that game. Let's see. Broncos, Raiders. Bo Nix versus.
The Raiders.
I mean, if Devontae Adams loses this game, he's not showing up for the rest of the season.
I'm never going for Bo Nix. I'm picking Raiders.
I'm going Broncos. Yeah. I'm going with Broncos.
And your Eagles have a bye week, right?
My Eagles have it's like 4 teams have a bye week right now. This is the first bye week of the season. Let me see. Cardinals, 49ers. We talked about that. Talked about that one.
Yeah.
We talked about all of the games here. Y'all need to comment down below. Please comment down below.
You know what's crazy now is, I'll bring us on screen real quick, but like, we're going over the big games because there's always a handful of garbage games. But now with every team having us hitting where we're deep enough in the season when they have a bye week, it's like we're really just like not covering like what 3-4 games.
Yeah, 3-4 games out of 16.
But it's games y'all don't care about either.
Yeah, nobody's. I mean, unless you
really
diehard
want us to
Jag
break
fan.
down the Raiders Broncos. You want us to break down Jacksonville Colts? No, it's a snooze
the
fest.
Patriots versus the Dolphins, Miami Dolphins. No.
Come on, man.
Let's give you a full
Take the
game
under in
breakdown.
that game.
Let's do an hour breakdown of that topic.
Oh man, but hey, there you have it, man. Week number 5 of NFL, man. Thank y'all for watching, man. Make sure y'all check out Prize Picks. Put the code in. It's in the beginning of the episode.
I'll pull it up.
He gonna pull it up for us once again. But yes,
Prize Picks. Make sure you use this code PRAWWPQJ4. Check it out. Prize Picks. Get $25 and less. Let us know if you have any picks that were successful from this past week. Let us know who's buying or selling your coin. And yeah, let us know.
Follow me on Instagram, realgood_Doty as well. Also subscribe to my YouTube channel.
yes,
Realgood_Doty.
Realgood_Doty.
Daily motivation, fitness, jiu-jitsu, spiritual, anything.
Everything you need, man.
I'm gonna be on the top of this list next week.
We could see, man. We could. I mean, we did bet a lot of the same games.
Yeah. We did kind of team up on this one, but it looks like that's just how the matchups that went. There wasn't a whole lot of like, oh, this game's a toss-up.
Yeah, it wasn't a whole lot of those. But hey, man, hopefully y'all love it. Hopefully y'all comment down below who y'all got winning the games. Make sure, thank y'all for checking out the shorts. Thank y'all for checking out TikTok. But hey, man, this Kodak Coughlin with my co-host,
Real Good Doty.
And my other co-host,
Shooter McGavin.
Boom, baby.
Oh, better watch out, Seth. I almost shot you on that one.
TFTC Sports. Shooter.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Check out the podcast, Clip Channel, Gaming Channel. We will see y'all next week.
And UFC 307.
Check it out.
Khalil
Check out the
Roundtree
22s,
versus
baby.
Alex Pereira.
We got
Salt
them
Lake City.
pythons.
Now we're going to be watching it, guys.
We'll see you in Salt Lake.
Oh, man.